Okay, we're back for part 2. Natalie Carter, personal trainer and fitness expert from NatalieCarterTalksFitness.com. We are talking about food guilt and how to perhaps overcome food guilt or get rid of some of your food guilt. So we just kind of left off with the whole intuitive eating. That's what I'm getting into. I guess that's the progression of, for you to overcome food guilt, you've got to start eating intuitively and you've got to be more mindful of the things that you eat. Labeling foods as good and bad idea. No, stop doing it. Don't do it or stop doing it. And it's got to start from now. This also comes back into the mindset. The whole thing about food and the relationship you have with food, it is about your personal mindset. It is no one else's problem. It is your problem to fix. And once you realize that, you really start to, I find me personally, I take control. Binge eating makes me feel out of control. I very rarely do it. I used to do it a lot, so much so. And it is really something that it's really hard to control. So when you regain your control, shit starts to happen. Shit starts to really happen. And I know what you're thinking. You're going to think that, when I eat intuitively, all I'll eat is just like jelly snakes and Big Macs. Yeah, you do for the first couple of weeks. And then you start to really get into the swing of it and you eat. You just eat better, and it's really quite amazing and life-changing. So if you feel you can manage it by yourself, then just look into intuitive eating, and that might be a pathway for you to help you. If you cannot, you're going to need some help. So you're going to need to speak to a psychologist or a nutritionist who is going to be healthy at any size, trained. That's a very key thing, especially if body positivity is something, i.e. if you're not someone who feels entirely happy in their body that they are now, that needs work as well too. Again, it's a bit of a mindset thing. So we've spoken about the mindset. We've spoken about intuitive eating. We've also spoken about societal pressures, and the reason that where the food guilt stems from is that general societal pressure. A baby doesn't wake up and go, I definitely can't have that banana because I feel really guilty. It's too many carbs. This whole bullshit that we're exposed to with regards to too many carbs, this, that, and the other. So damaging and very hard to break. Not impossible, very hard. It's a very important thing to start really figuring out what your hunger signals are trying to tell you. So we have itty bitty hunger, and then we go max out hangry. Fucking give me something, I want to eat something. But it's your job to try to make sure that you're leveling yourself out a bit. So if I'm hangry, I've got to understand, me personally, Natalie Carter, needs to understand that 5 almonds ain't going to fucking cut it at all. I'm going to need to eat something substantial. So no longer do I not eat carbs, only eat protein, reduce my fat, eat paleo, no sugar, blah, 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 blah. It just keeps on extending into food disordered eating patterns that you have. When you start to just eat to feel full, whoa, mind-blowing. Eating for performance, eating to feel like you're more energized. Again, amazing. All key things for you to take down and note and go, wow, I just eat to fill my calories, or just things like that. I don't want to talk about intermittent fasting because intermittent fasting is just another diet. But the thing I do like about it, if I can even say that, but again, it's more about intuitive eating, is simply eating when you're hungry. If you wake up and kind of experience no hunger, you don't need to force eggs and toast down your throat. You don't need to do that. I just think we're very much conditioned. We've been conditioned from people who are unqualified, not experts, and we want an easy fix. I think fundamentally a lot of us just want the answer. That's that's always been a real big key. So with food guilt, understand, like, this is your life, right? From born to dead, birth to death. It's not linear. It's like, fuck, yeah, meh. That's going to be your journey with this as well too, about becoming more mindful with your food, about reducing your food guilt that you feel. This will be a difficult process. It has been for me, so no doubt it will be for you. It's not something you can just snap your fingers and will happen, but it requires a lot of awareness around. And if you need the guidance, get the guidance. Do not try to do it by yourself. I think that's one of my biggest tips. Read, educate yourself. It's really, really important. So I'm feeling like that is like a pretty good overview for me personally to tell you what I know and feel about food guilt and ways to help the food guilt. I would love to hear from you. Please understand and respect that I can't tell you everything I fucking know in 2 videos, okay? Yes, I might not have touched on everything. It doesn't mean that I'm a moron. It doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to sum it up as best as I can in my head with just like a few main key points. The key points that I personally feel that if I watched this video, I'd go, okay, she's talking about something. She's talking good. So basically, that is, we talk about our weird eating habits or just the fact that we food guilt. So we feel guilt around food. So then that decreases the shame. We think about eating more intuitively. Look up intuitive eating. And we also try to listen to our hunger signals as well too. We think about eating from all the food groups, taking away those bad and good labels, and they're just maybe sometimes foods or everyday foods. It's about the language around it, and it's really about minimizing the amount of guilt we feel when we eat food. I know that sounds easy, but you do need to create awareness about it. So anyway, I hope this has at least sparked something in your brain to help you slightly. Feel free to comment in the comments below. Pop anything there. I'll chuck a couple of links in to like the book. I've done some other like YouTube videos like this and on my website about my personal struggles with binge eating, things that I do, all of that kind of stuff that you might want to check out. So yeah, until next time, we've literally scratched the surface. So I'll keep you posted real soon. We'll see you soon. Bye.